I want to bring one of my Scarland art books, and I want to see if I can get it signed by all the hermits. So get that sent there and get that signed by all the hermits. So I think that'd be really cool. So that's something I want to bring, and I have quite a few other things that I'll... So much cat hair. That I'll get announced in due time. So very excited. I think you guys are gonna have a really, really fun time watching this. There's so many fun little segments that we have planned. Everybody's putting so much effort into it all, so it's really exciting. Let's see. Hermits are going to be on location. Yes, they are. We're in a different location. We're going to be in a... I was really slow on this. I was gonna spoil it by doing this. So we are going to be somewhere, but we are not announcing that at the moment. So it's very exciting. An underground bunker. Yes, the bunker that the Popo have been trying to build for like a week and a half now. It's still unbuilt. And people are messing with our beds, taking our things. So yeah, I'm very excited. I think you guys are gonna have a really fun time watching. It's gonna be fun. And as you guys seen, especially in the announcement post that I posted, you could see that there's 2 new carts from Hermits just arrived at the Arnold Palmer Hospital in Florida. If the Arnold's a hard word to say. Arnold Palmer Hospital does not have an Arnold Palmer machine that dispenses Arnold Palmer drinks, then I don't know what they have planned in that hospital. But it was really cool to see that, and that's along with like hundreds of carts that Hermits have funded.
You should auction off a painting one year. You are such a good artist.
I don't know. I'm so self-conscious about my paintings. Oh my god. I'm so self-conscious about my paintings. That would be hard. I don't know. You know what? I have not seen... I've only have 2 of my paintings like out from storage, so I haven't even seen my other ones in a long time. Well, I guess I could kind of look at them right now. A few of them are up here. Let's see. That's my paint. So all these paintings I did. When did I do them? It's anywhere from like 2008 to 2010. All of these paintings were painted. Is my painting phase. This one is out. Obviously it's pixelated because it's in Minecraft, but it's a, you know, an oil painting, whatever. That's, you know, detailed. It's just very pixelated here. Anyway, so that's Lower Yellowstone Falls. I think it's, I always goof up Lower Yosemite. I think it is Lower Yellowstone Falls. This is just a hillside in California where I lived. So you got the oak tree, the rolling fields. The rolling fields are beautiful. Like sometimes you look at them and they just look tan, but if you look closely, you can see so much color. There's probably horrible rattlesnakes in there. That's just, but anyway, so that's my California rolling hills. This of course is Yosemite. Now this one kind of got stretched when it got imported into Minecraft. So Half Dome is a little wonky. It's a little wonky. But that's a snowy scape of Half Dome, and the trees are a little bit crooked because it got stretched to fit that. So the real painting isn't as stretched. And then this was actually painted. This is the other painting that I actually have out. So this is actually, my grandpa gave me a few photos back when I painted this. You know, like I couldn't go anywhere, like I could never go to this place. I could never ever actually go to this place. It is too high elevation. It's too difficult to get to. So he gave me a bunch of his photographs for me to paint, because it's like, if you can't get out there, so if you can't get out there, I'm gonna give you some photos. I'm gonna take your time. You don't need to use them. They're not great. It's like, thank you, Grandpa. I appreciate it. So that's from the Sierra. I forgot where exactly. Most people could probably identify that immediately. I'm just drawing a blank at the moment. But that's one of his photos. So I painted one of his photos, and it was really cool. Do I have any other ones? Oh, yeah. This is the first painting I ever painted. It's, I forgot the arch. Man, I'm drawing a blank because, of course, it's on stream and I'm drawing a blank. But is it Moab? Where it has the arch and then the stuff out in the background. I always forget. And that's another interpretation of Lower Yellowstone Falls. That was like my third painting I ever painted, I think. I'm trying to think, do I have any other ones? Oh, this one's cool. That's another one of his from the Sierra. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's another one. So these were the ones he gave me, and the photos, because like I said, if I wanted to go and do plein air painting, it wasn't super easy to go the places and do the things that I wanted. So he was, oh my God, Cub, my bed. So he gave me those things, and it was very nice. So I painted a lot of those. Where's my bed? There's a lot more paintings that are there.
We are always harder on our own art, Scar. I promise your painting and photography are beautiful.
Hey, we just missed it. There we go. Come on. Yeah, I think oh, it's daytime. I think the thing, I'll tell you why I stopped painting. And it wasn't, some people think it was because of YouTube. So like, it wasn't because of YouTube. Even though YouTube started around the time that I stopped painting. My aunt was battling cancer, and I wanted to paint her a picture. And I painted a picture, and it was fine. I got a little like carried away, and I went back and redesigned the trees and absolutely butchered it. It was a full butcher job, and I absolutely ruined the painting that I had. So it was I think it was based on, you know, some kind of a few different areas of the Northwest, some mountains. There's like a lake down below. The trees were in the foreground, and I absolutely ruined it. And I was so devastated that not joking, I never painted again. And then kind of YouTube took over my brain, and I never went back. And I regret it, like, absolutely. And I will go back to painting again at some point. But yeah, I was so absolutely devastated. I was so upset with myself for ruining that painting. I don't know why. Like I just, and I took it personally, as Michael Jordan once said. But yeah. Yeah, we'll get back to painting again. I was inspired to paint the way I do from my uncle. My uncle does landscape, like plein air painting, and he is very, 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 very good. Multiple time award-winning painter, and his paintings are so incredible. And I was so inspired by his stuff, because we went to his house. I think they were away, and my other like family member was like watching their house, and we went to see them. And because they kind of like lived on property, so you kind of had to keep an eye on the chickens and the dogs and all the stuff there. And so we went there, and I was just looking at all these paintings, and I'm just like, man, I'd love to do that. My aunt was just like, why don't you? I was, oh, I could never do that. Da 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 da. And I come up with 1,000 excuses.
Hi, Scar.
Hello there.
Hope you're having a good day. Do you like archaeology? It's what I'm studying this year, and if so, what do you think about the Vesuvius project?
I know all about the Vesuvius project. I don't. I'm sorry. You'll have to tell me. You'll have to tell me. I love archaeology. I remember when I was a kid, there was some big discovery in Egypt, and I remember it was like prime time, and it was like, we found this great thing, and they went through it. I loved it. I was very young when I watched it. I was so intrigued, and like, only just this many months ago, this was buried under the sands. I was like, oh, what else is under the sands? I love archaeology. But as for my aunt telling me that, she was just like, why don't you? And I go, oh, I could never. and I was like, this is what I've tried to paint before. And I did try to paint a few things that just were never working. And she was just like, you just have to study. And I'm like, okay. So I like studied. I really got like very, very obsessed over color, because I really realized this. Actually, my mom told me this when I was struggling a little bit with green, because I kept taking the green tube and just going, and that's not gonna become clipped. I just squished that green tube out, and we're like, no, like, go look outside at the actual greens. Like, go look out there and you look at the actual greens in nature, and you're like, whoa. You start realizing like the variations of color, and how, you put a little bit of brown color in there, you put a little of this, and you put this, and you mix it together instead of these fluorescent greens. That was such like a huge change when I was working on that. The thing I was working on with my uncle, he would email me tips, and one of them was this very old book. It was a very, 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 very old book written in like and I feel like it was like post World War I, pre World War II, maybe somewhere around then. And it's a book about painting, and it's fantastic. And so I was learning about like tonal range, and how you have the sky being light and the foreground being darker. I was working on all that stuff when I stopped. So, and I learned from a documentary on Pixar that mountains are purple. If you really look at them, you look through the atmospheric haze, you see that mountains are purple in the distance. So that's my painting days. There we go. I think that's looking good. This is not supposed to be super crazy.
Hopes regarding the Disney X Fortnite project they're working on?
The what? Wait, what was that? What was the Fortnite? Wait, I'm confused. Now I have to know. What was that again? Let's see. Any thoughts and hopes regarding Disney's Fortnite project they're working on? Oh, didn't they announced that a while ago? Have they given an update on that, or is that kind of fallen by the wayside? I don't know. Because they announced that with a lot of fanfare when they didn't have anything else to announce, when they were in their like curmudgeon phase, where they were like, I will not spend a penny on your parks. We will take this money and put it towards our fledgling studio that is not making any money. And they announced that Fortnite thing to get like park fans kind of excited. So yeah, I don't know. Is it still going or not? Disney bought a large portion of Epic Games. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't know. Disney's had such a hard time over the years getting into like video games. They've always made some of the most colossal mistakes when it came to video games, which is such a bummer when you look at, what Disney has in terms of its availability of characters and stories and the things that they could create with that. I think Disney wants to see quick return on investments, but the best games we all know are built by either really small teams or by studios that allow the developers to spend time crafting the game. Whereas Disney, I think they're like, return on investment, shareholders, quick, fast.
Sang tipped $3. Disney CEO said they would have information to share this year. Personally, I'd rather have Disney Infinity back. XD.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I want BMK back. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they have planned. I don't know. This is one of those things that you're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to prove my skepticism wrong, Disney, for this one. An anonymous gifter. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subscriptions. Very much appreciated. Epic Mickey was okay. I bought Epic Mickey on Steam. I've been meaning to play it. Epic Mickey, if you're not familiar, was when it's right around the time that Bob Iger came into CEO-ship, and one of the things that he wanted to do was return the rights of Oswald back to the company. So if you're not familiar, Oswald was Walt Disney's first like big character he designed, but he lost the rights to it, then went on to make Mickey Mouse. And so Oswald lived in, I forgot which studio, for a long time, just in, you know, cold storage. And one of the things that Iger wanted to do back when Iger was doing good things, he bought the rights for that and brought it back. So one of the games they made was Epic Mickey. It's a really, really fantastic game that never got its due. Unfortunately, it was one of those games that kind of got pushed, as I said before, a little bit rushed out the door. It originally was supposed to come with a multiplayer component, and at the last minute it got pulled. Even some of the marketing said multiplayer still. And my brother and I were going to do a co-op like stream together, or we were going to play it together on my channel. And this is like the first year I started YouTube. And we were going to do a whole Epic Mickey series where we played together. And he bought Epic Mickey, I bought Epic Mickey, and this is back when you had to get in the car. You had to get in the car and drive to buy your video games. No days where you could just log on and download your games. No, you had to get in the car. You had to go down. I had to go down to Best Buy. The whole thing. Drove down to Best Buy. We had it. Both of us were ready. Like, he had his microphone set up. I was all set up. And there was only local co-op and no multiplayer. And he was mad. Cobb! He was mad. He's like, oh, I just spent all this money. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I really wanted to play this. And I was so angry I never played it. But I bought it on Steam. And I'm gonna play it when I get some free time. So it'll be fun to actually play this game because it always looked absolutely amazing, and it got great reviews. People loved it. I was just very spiteful that they took away the multiplayer. You know, I gotta say, for when I bought my Switch, and Green was helping me with some games. Green told me, whoa. Buy your games. And I was like, why? But I can have these on here and I don't have to deal with the thingies and the sticks and the blowing the dust out of the cartridges. And he goes, nope, you never know when those stores will close, or they'll discontinue them or do whatever. You need your physical media. And you know what? I didn't really realize it at the time, but yeah, he was 100% right about that. I think it is really important, if you can, to actually own the physical games that you can. Now, we can't always do that, but if you have the ability to do that, he is right in that. I didn't really think about it at the time. I'm like, hey, you're right. Because the convenience of it really outweighs, you know, oh, I got to get a cartridge and this and that. But when you do think about it, there's a lot of games that have been shut down. Think about the Minecraft story. Do you remember the Minecraft story? Very few probably do, but the Minecraft story just disappeared one day. Just disappeared. I don't think you can play it anymore. They completely deleted that from existence. They completely deleted it. And there's other games like that. There's other games like that. So he was right. He was 100% right. And then I did buy like a few like physical games for it. But I was like, dude, I got the gift card for the store, so I got to use the gift card on the store. This was, I bought the Switch before my surgery in 2022 in January. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to have so much time to play this game. Surgery turned out to be far worse than anticipated. There was no time to play games. There was no time to play games. Oh my God. What was I thinking? I'm like, I'm just going to be in my bed. I'm going to be playing my video games. No, I'm going to have a tube down my throat for 4 days. I'm going to be playing my video games. No, your blood sugar is going to crash, and they're going to push a 60 milliliter syringe of sugar in you to make you pass out.
300. My little brother was obsessed with Epic Mickey. He would play it to completion several times a week. I joined in once he got Epic Mickey 2. Really whimsical and fun game.
There was a sequel? Or did I mishear you? Did you say there was a sequel?
There
was.
$5. Hey Scar. This is my first stream and I'm so excited. You and your content have been so comforting to me on high pain days. Thanks for being you less than 3.
Man, I heard that as like high paying days, and I'm like, let's go get that back. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I 100% understand those high paying days. I understand that 100%. So I'm very glad that you can get a little distraction through the videos or streams. So that makes me very happy. Always thinking about you. Always hoping for the best, my friend. Always hoping for the best. Let's see here. Get that across there. Nice. What other fun things? Yeah, I had this long list of things that I wanted to talk about on stream. We talked about basket decorating. Talked about basket decorating. What other things were on my list? I know I had a list of things. I had a list, and I was checking it twice, but I didn't actually because I forgot them. Yeah, charity stream. We talked about the charity stream. I'm trying to remember anything else. So remember for the charity stream, it's on the 11th and the 13th of April. Timeline wise, we're looking at about starting around 10 o'clock, I think Pacific time. So around 10 o'clock Pacific time. So the 12th and the 13th of April. So make your mark your calendars. Or is it the 11th? Oh, guys. Oh, shoot. What is it? Bring up my tweet. Hold on. Let me look. If I mess this up, I'm gonna be embarrassed. Ooh, Skids wants to play Repo. Okay, April 12th to the 13th. Okay, so it is the 12th to the 13th. You know what? I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna check on the calendar. I really want to make sure this is correct. Yes, so April the 12th, that's a Saturday, and the 13th is a Sunday. Good. Okay, perfect. Sweet. Rose, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subscriptions. Much appreciated, my friend. Very generous of you. Very appreciative. Yeah, so that's so we'll probably start. We're thinking that is around 10 o'clock Pacific time. So we'll see how that works out. We'll probably have the intro, stuff along those lines. And then that'll go for a number of hours afterwards. So mark your calendars, mark your time. So mark your calendars, mark your time. We'll have like a proper sheet. So I'm actually referring back to my Discord on the dates. So we'll have a proper like breakdown of times for time zones. We'll get that out. So you'll start at whatever Pacific time, and then Central, Eastern, GMT, and then so on as you go down. So we'll have that all up and going probably within a week or so. So that'll be easier for you guys to plan for all your different time zones. There's so many time zones. There's a lot of time zones when you are making something for time zones, and you're like, so many time zones out there. Anyway, so yeah, we'll get that all sorted out. So mark your calendars for that week. It's gonna be really fun. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be amazing. So I would like to make sure I get the auction up at least a week before, so people can take a peek, some of the items and stuff like that. The thing that I had planned, there was something I had planned that it was going to be more of a surprise, but I really feel like it needs like hype built up. So I'm going to announce that probably within the week or so, so people can get excited about it, because it's both something for the auction, and it's going to be something that can be interacted with on stream. So it'll make like a whole segment. So I think, or at least a small segment. So I think it'll be really cool. So yeah, it's yeah, so it's about a month. So about a month away. Where can I find all the information? We are looking at getting a proper webpage set up, but for now, I'm looking back at my Discord. The 12th and 13th, starting around, we'll give or take around 10 o'clock Pacific time, and it'll probably go until maybe 6 or 7. So it'll go for a number of hours after. Try to think, and that's all the information so far. We have a lot of stuff that we're working on that I don't want to like spoil, and/or we're still like getting it prepped. So we don't want to announce something that may or may not happen. So we'll have proper scheduling out probably soon. I'm hoping to have the auction stuff started to be populated by at least a week before the event. So lots of pieces moving, a lot of hermits working on a lot of stuff. So very exciting. And then Gamers Outreach is always wonderful. They're doing a ton of prep in the background, like crazy stuff, big stuff, important stuff. They got like, oh, I don't want to spoil anything. No, nothing right now. Not gonna spoil any more things because that's what I do best. We had recently a mother mentioned that their kid was able to use a Gamers Outreach cart during one of their therapy sessions, and I was so happy. Like, I get the messages once in a while of parents when they're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, we were having a pretty bad day and they thought this might help, you know, the kid, you know, maybe, you know, have a little bit easier time, and they roll in one of those bad boys and they're like, yeah, let's go. I was like, yeah, let's go. It makes me so happy when I see that. I'm looking for leaves, guys. I don't know where my leaves are. Hey, there's my leaves. This is not a chest monster, guys. This is a chest friend up here. This is a chest friend. Chest friend. Chest friend. You kidding me? It's already nighttime? How is it already nighttime? Oh, by the way, I leave this block here. Get close to your screens. I leave this block here as a remembrance that this used to be a mountain. This block was on the mountain that used to be here. Like, we're standing on what once was a mountain that we had to get rid of. Yeah, I very much enjoy. Oh, speaking of the charity, I forgot. So one last thing for the Gamers Outreach charity. We'll probably announce it maybe on probably around the first day. I have a super cool announcement that I'm making on the stream, so look forward to that. I got a really fun announcement for you guys, and it's something pretty special that I'm really happy about. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun, and it's dark. If we could get to this bed before this area becomes a mob paradise, we'll be solid. Nailed it. You know, we are making progress on this landscape, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. There we go. Sweet. Nice. Okay. I do want to mix it. I will come back in here with like rock, so we will get to that. Right now, you're probably thinking that's a lot of green, Scar. A lot of green. That's true. We're going to mix this up a little bit, and we are going to get some of this more color and stuff in here, but just kind of getting like layer by layer installed. So, and yeah, if you guys have any Q&A questions, you always go hashtag Q&A Scar in the chat. I'm trying to remember. There was a few more topics I had on my list to talk about, and I'm drawing a blank. I know I tweeted it at one point. But as we slowly get this here, I'm trying to actually envision where the rocks are going to go. The rock design that we've had is kind of these like a little bit like stone kind of poking up out of the moss. So you can kind of see that. The darker stone, as you can view here, is more along the water's edge. So the water's kind of like darkened it a little bit. Oh, Star Wars. Oh my. Oh, so you want to talk about Star Wars, chat? Hey, I did ask for it, you know. I didn't ask for it. Scar, did you watch the Leo and Stitch trailer? Of course I didn't. Who do you think I am? That blue creature has ruined my life so many times. It's unspeakable. It's unspeakable. I do want to talk about Andor. So, Andor's trailer came out. And, you know, I'm going to forgive the silly music. They're doing everything they're doing everything they can to try to get viewers these days. So I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to be like, guys, whatever. But the trailer, the actual meat of the trailer, the good stuff, it looked like a good trailer. It looked good. Looked like a lot of action, and I was excited about that. The first season of Andor was good. It was fine. It's good. It's fine. Could have used a little pew pew and a little bit less sitting on a couch talking, but you know, it's fine. This looks like a lot more pew pew, less sitting and having a chit chat, and I'm excited about that. I think there's some cool stuff in that trailer. There's some cool stuff like that TIE Advanced. It's cool. It's pretty cool. I just got a little excited about that. Got a little excited. So, am I going to watch the Snow White live action? I have never watched a single live action Disney remake, and I don't ever plan to. I think they're cash grabs. It's like what the South Park guys called like member berries. It's like, oh, that actor as this person, and there's no substance to it. It's just like, looky, it's that actor playing that character, and then what else is it? It's just a retelling of an existing story. I've never seen any use in watching any of those. I rather watch the animated series where people are like drawing and designing and stuff. That's my jam. Like just pointing at like an actor being like, they look just like that character. And it's like, yeah. I've never seen one and I don't plan to. But Andor looked good. And I'm like crossing my fingers. I'm like, come on, Disney. Come on, Star Wars. We need a win. Star Wars needs a win, guys. Come on. We're hurting. We're hurting here.
Your tweet from January 29th said Yosemite Firefall, Haunted Mansion, TCG pack opening, Fireflies, and 2025 plans.
Fireflies. Let's talk about Fireflies. I see that in the new Minecraft update they bring Fireflies back, guys. What about the frogs? What about the frogs, guys? Did they think about the frogs? So, I was told the real reason they couldn't get the frog lights to work at one point, and who knows if this was true or not, was that there was a tech issue. There was maybe I don't know. There was some reason from a technical standpoint that the Fireflies were not going to work. And they were pushed, but for whatever reason they made it about the frogs getting poisoned or something. So like fast forward, they're back, and did anybody think of the frogs? No, they didn't think about the frogs. I'm glad to see the Fireflies return. I am. I think I can say this aloud. I think he wouldn't mind. B-Dibs has like a great suggestion on how to make the Fireflies so much better. And I wish that I really wish that Mojang would listen to his idea, because the idea that he has would make them so much better. And I don't think even from like a technical standpoint it would be like a huge change. You have to ask him on the specifics of it, but he had such a good observation for those, and I was like, we need him to stream one, and then you can ask him. Let's see what else on there. The firefalls. So in Yosemite, I've never seen this, so I hope I get this right. In Yosemite, my parents and my grandpa used to go to this, but in Yosemite, one of the waterfalls, at a very specific time of the year, like maybe like a February, somewhere around here, the sunset is lined up so that the waterfall kind of goes along here, right? And then the sunset comes in behind that and glows that water orange, so it looks like fire. It looks like the waterfall is now ablaze, and that sunset is illuminating the waterfall to look like it is on fire. So you can see like the spray catching the sunlight, and it's super cool. Honestly, I was told this. I think it's true. Oh, hello there. That they used to actually throw in the olden days. I mean, they got kind of wild in the old days, you know. They used to have like, trained bears at Yosemite at one point, but they used to throw fire down the falls. It got a little wild back then, you know, it got a little crazy. But anyway, this is a natural, this specific thing I'm talking about is actually a natural phenomenon. And a lot of people will line up, right, to get this shot. It's similar in like New York. There's a specific day where the sun will set during in line with a long street, so people get really cool shots like that. I have a very small version of Firefalls, and I have not seen it for like 2 or 3 years because it's either been like raining or cloudy or this or that during the specific 2 weeks that we have our own Firefalls where I live. So if I look at my backyard, there's a real big, thick guy, tree. Like he's a big fella, and in February the light comes down and it shines like this like dark orange stripe across it, and it's like our mini Firefalls in our backyard. And this was the first year we've seen it in like 3 years that it wasn't like cloudy, it wasn't snowing, it wasn't raining at that time, it was clear, and we got to see our own little mini version of the Firefalls, which is really cool. I don't know if that interests anybody. I was very excited about seeing it again because it's been a few years. It's only happened for about 2 weeks where we live, where the light will come through and it'll create this like wild look across the trees. And stuff like this changes, right? You know, somebody builds something, a tree grows, a tree falls, and then it's gone forever. So far we've had this for like 15 years maybe. We've seen this like phenomenon in our backyard. It's really cool. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I got really excited this year to see it because I kind of thought maybe like somebody down the road built a shed blocking it. But no, it came back. It came back. Very exciting. The Minecraft movie in 19 days. It's coming up. It's coming up. I did like the water bucket clutch in the trailer. I was like, that's how you rescue pandas. Little panda rescue, if you will. Little panda rescue attempt. Little panda rescue. We're making progress, guys. We're making progress. If you have any Q&A questions, always go hashtag Q&A_Scar. I've seen a lot of the same question about my thoughts on Andor. Like I said, I think the trailer looked good. That TIE Advanced was it's a beautiful specimen. It is. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the TIE Advanced. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. Let's see. Somebody asked when MCC's coming back. Hopefully soon. I'm excited to play. I don't know anything anybody else doesn't know. I'm just hoping it comes back soon. What's my favorite dinner to cook? I love making my parents two things. Two things. It was my own little concoction, a mixture of like burrito, fajita thingamabobs. They're the Scar's thingamabobs, and I make the tortillas. I make those fresh. I burn my fingers. Mix all the flour and the doughs and the things. Get that all sorted out, and then make a whole like smorgasbord of stuff to put in them. I really enjoy that. That's fun. But I would maybe say pizza. I've gotten decent at making pizza. I wouldn't say that I'm great, but I feel like they're good. They don't make you feel like, ugh. You know, when you eat a lot of pizza, you kind of go like, ugh. My pizza doesn't make you it doesn't make you go, ugh. It's all made out of like perfect ingredients. None of the nonsense, and it doesn't make you go, ugh, afterwards. So those are probably the two things I would say that I enjoy making the most. Yeah, I'd say that's probably the most. Because sometimes like I don't know, you eat stuff and you just feel like just trash afterwards, and then you look at like some of the ingredients and it's like, oh, that's gonna take 10 minutes to read through all that, and then you make it yourself and it's like there's 4 ingredients in it, and then you don't feel as like, ugh. You don't have that ugh feeling. It's like, so that's what my mom always says, like when you make the pizza, I don't feel like I'm gonna go, ugh.